Hello and welcome to Looney Lily. So today I'm going to show you how to download Homebrew and then Hack ACNL for all versions. 3 tips and things you need are keep all your tabs open just in case you stuff up, you want to go back. You need a PC with internet and an SD card with space and something to write on and with to write down like your friend code or something. So first of all, we're going to write down your firmware version, and it's just on the top right hand bottom of your screen, like the top screen, the bottom right hand of your screen. And then what you're going to do now is you're going to go into Nintendo eShop and you're going to download a game called Sub Wars, and this will be your Homebrew launcher. So I'm just going in now. And also, you're gonna want to use that the eShop for not the update, but the other version of Sub Wars, because the updated version will not let you hack it. So just signing in, and just gonna search up Sub Wars and download it. I've already downloaded it, so mine's probably gonna say re-downloaded, but if you haven't, then that's still fine. Just download it. It does take a little while. It depends how fast your internet is. My internet isn't awfully fast because it's just not a great NBN anyway, but after it has downloaded, we will get back to the home screen, and yeah, it'll be pretty great. So I'm just going to re-download it right now. See, the first one, you don't go to the update, but you go to the second one, which is the non-updated version. As you can see, I've already downloaded it because I've already hacked ACNL, but I'm doing it with a different SD card this time just to show you guys what it is and how you do it. So I'm just going to skip the download because it takes a while. So okay, so now you're going to unwrap it and you're going to go into Sub Wars. And don't press update whatsoever. If you press update, there's a link that you can go to. I'm pretty sure, I'll just put it in my description, and you can fix it from there. So you just go into it and you select your Mii. I'm actually using my sister's DS, but she'd let me, so that's alright. And then you select your Mii and you go out of it, and then you go back to the home menu, and now you're going to turn off your DS and take out the SD card, and we're going to your PC. So now on this link here, it's the GitHub link. You're going to download the boot 3DSX, and now you're going to go to the Vega Row Access, and you're going to download that little file there. There's only one contributor there. Now you're going to brute force, and you're going to need your friend code. So we're going to go get our friend code, and that's why you need something to write down, and obviously your firmware version. So I'm just opening up my DS now, and we're going to go into friend list, and we're going to copy down our friend code for the brute force movable file. I've already done the brute force again, that's why it told start again, but yours will look different, a little bit different to mine, but it's still the same steps because I've already done it. Okay, so I'm opening friend list, and you just go to your character, just your character, or whoever owns the DS, their character, and you put their friend code in. It has to be whoever owns the DS, their friend code. Whatever their friend code is, you put it into the brute force website. So now we're going to go back into, we're going to turn the DS off again, so we won't leave it running yet, and we'll go back to the website, brute force, and we're going to put our friend code in. So see if I've already done it. It's already got it there for me. You will type it in. Will have to type it in manually. So now we need the IDO code, and we're gonna go to Nintendo 3DS, rename it to My Nintendo 3DS, and then we're going to go. That's our IDO code. That's how we're gonna get it. We gotta go My Nintendo 3DS. And now what we're going to do is we're going to eject our SD card and put it back into the 3DS. So we're just going to turn it on again, and we're going to wait. We're just going to wait. We're not going to move anything yet. Probably I did. And you're going to see this sign there, and that means a good thing. So you're going to turn it off and take your SD card out again and put it back in. And there will be a new Nintendo 3DS folder. You'll go into it, go into the copy and paste the first one, and that's your IDO code. ID 0, whatever. And you're going to copy it, and then you're going back and you're going to paste it into that second bar there. And then you're going to click I'm not a robot and do the little test, and then you click go. So you guys will have to wait a little bit and you'll add a bot friend. I've already done it, but it's really easy, and you have to wait for a little bit, and then you say, when it says done, then you can download the movable seed. And it's alright, the adding a friend is quite easy. So you just click download movable seed, and you'll go to your downloads, and then what you do then is you go to the STEELHAX save injector, and you choose the file, which is, you choose the file from, I think you go in, you delete the Nintendo 3DS file, and then you rename your, you rename your My Nintendo 3DS back to Nintendo 3DS. So you rename it back to that, you just take the My out, and then you go into that. So once you get that, there we go, I just did it, the letter wrong. Now what you're going to do is you're going to go into the STEELHAX save injector, and the file you're going to choose is the movable file. So you're going to go into your downloads and choose the file and drag and drop, or it doesn't matter how you do it, just put the movable file into the first bar of the STEELHAX save injector. So you're just going to pop that in, and you're going to you're going to put what region your DS is from. Mine's from Europe, and then you click start, and it'll download a STEELHAX file. And then you go to the Homebrew Launcher website, and you put in your model or your firmware version, and I have an old 3DS 1111 0 and then 43, so you keep scrolling down, and then E for Europe, and then you press not download, and then you press download other app, not download ROP bin, because you don't want to do that. So you download the other app, and then you go back, and you can see all the files there. And now you go to that one was from last time, sorry, and so was that one. And then you take these three 5 files. Wow. You take these 5 files and then you put them on your desktop, so it's easier to see. I just like putting it on my desktop so it's easier to see. And then you rename this file to payload bin, and it'll already have .bin there for you, so you just do payload bin. And then so you rename that, and then what you're going to do is you're going to want to extract the STEELHAX installer file. So I'm just going to get my, there's a special app for Macs that you can use it. Do not put the save file on the SD card like I did. Instead, put the STEELHAX folder in. Still put the other 2 files and do it the in-between steps. Put the payload in this STEELHAX. Only it will be on the root of the SD card. I hope that makes sense because I didn't do it right the first time. So what you do is you do the save. That's after I extracted the 3 files. They were the 3 files that were extracted, and the STEELHAX folder was extracted instead. And so you go to the 3ds folder, you delete the STEELHAX installer inside the 3ds folder, and you shouldn't have the save file on there yet. You should have the STEELHAX folder that I'm going to right now. You go into the STEELHAX folder, which will be on your SD card, and you put payload bin here. So you grab your payload bin from the desktop and you put it on there, and then you delete that put payload bin here. And then the save file should be not on your SD card yet, by the way. Sorry, I just messed up a little bit. And then you want your boot 3DSX, and you're going to put it on the root of your card. And you shouldn't see the save file on there. You should see the STEELHAX. And you go into Nintendo 3DS and you keep going into the file, and then you go title, and then 000400000000D7E100, and then data, and they might not be there, and then save, and you drag the save file from your desktop onto the into the folder, and you say replace. You don't keep both, you replace. Because if you keep both, then it'll screw it up. Yeah, there we go. And then, yeah, you're right to go. You're ready to inject it. So you've come from data 400, and by the way, the 400 files there will be more files on there maybe, but you just gotta look out for the right ones. Okay, now, yeah, I fixed the problem. Okay, so now I'm going into Subwars now that I fixed it, and I've launched the software, not update it because that will screw the whole mission up. And now, getting ready, and it'll hopefully glitch, and it's okay if it's glitched, don't freak out, it'll take you right to the page. It glitches, and that's what takes it to the homebrew page. The homebrew launcher, right there, yeet. And then you press start to return. Just make sure that it's there, you don't need to do anything, just press start and then A to return. And that's all you need to do for now, and that you've got your homebrew. So now we can hack our ACNL, and it should say that an error has occurred because that means it's working even though it says an error has occurred. Alright, so now we're going to this website to download the JKSM for Animal Crossing, and you go to JKSM_hacks_zip, I think .zip, _hacks.zip, and you take that zip file, and then that zip file there, and then you, which is the 3DS file, that's the hacks file that it is, and then you go into it, hold up, I'm just grabbing something, sorry. You go into it, the hacks file, and I was just putting my SD card back in. You go to the downloads where you downloaded your 3DS file, and then you open it. You don't put the whole file onto the root of the SD card or the 3DS folder. You take the 2 files from the 3DS folder that you downloaded. You don't put it on the 3DS folder just put the 2 files from it, and then you go into your SD card, into the 3DS folder, and then put it in. So yeah, it's just replacing it and putting it on there, but you don't want to replace it. You just got to take the files from the 3DS and put them on the 3DS on the SD card. I hope I'm explaining this alright. And then you eject the SD card and put it back into your DS. So I'm going to launch Homebrew, and I'm sorry if I'm not explaining this properly, just leave a comment because I'm trying to do my best because I stuffed up a bit and that like stuffed up my whole explaining process. So now we've got the Homebrew launcher, and I think I went a bit fast on my laptop too. You go to the JKSM file and you press A, and make sure you have your Animal Crossing game in because like you'll be stupid. And then you go to save data and you press A for new file because you're making a new file, and you can name it whatever you want. Literally whatever you want from A to Z, it does not matter. So, now that we've done that, we just leave the Homebrew, and then make sure that you return properly and you don't turn it off because that would screw it up as well. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put our thingamajiggy back into the laptop and go. So we got an Animal Crossing New Leaf save editor that we have, and we're going to go into that. Just look up ACNL save editor, and there it says open your Garden Plus file. So what you're going to go is you're going to go to your JKSV in your SD card. You're going to open up your SD, go to JKSV, and you're going to choose file, JKSV, saves, Animal Crossing New Leaf. It'll be a folder in there, your whatever folder you named it, and the Garden Plus DAT, and then you press choose. That's the file you want, just the Garden Plus DAT in that area, and then soon enough it'll open your town. Bada bing, bada boom. You're welcome, everybody, and you can just hack, and it's pretty fun. I'm going to show you when you click right on grass or something, which is the empty square, you can like put it on the ground and stuff. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And then you're just going to put the grass on and around all the areas, and then you can choose literally whatever you want, literally whatever item you want, and you can drop it on the ground and you just click and it'll fill those spaces. I've got a whole town full of red roses, and those rocks, you can get rid of rocks and stuff. It's pretty fun, but I suggest keep a few rocks in, otherwise it'll like mess up. I suggest don't change your TPC pick because it might mess it up a bit. But you can change how long you've played for, your birthday, everything. But one thing is, you can change your house exterior, but don't change these because this is what I did from in the game. Don't put anything in your room on this, otherwise it'll mess it up, like, dramatically. And I've got a lot of bells in the bank, but I put all of these 99,000 bells in the dressers, because if you put like more than 99,000 bells in your bank account or in bells in cash, your game will mess up. So the minimal amount you can put is 99,000, I think. And then you can fill the encyclopedia up, and you can have, heaps of stuff. Like, I just put all the furniture I wanted in there, and make sure you save your changes because that's vital. And you can change your villages, which is, I find, really cool. So like, you can just go through any villager you want. There's heaps of lists, but I'm just changing mine back to fuchsia because I love it. And then you can choose whatever one you want. It's pretty cool. And that was my past villages fauna. Make sure you save your changes. So you can change the town size stage. I did that. Oh, and also don't change the museum rooms either because you might not have unlocked it yet. You can unlock all public work projects. You can change the town tree size stage. I always thought you couldn't, but then I tried it. I thought it was risky, but I did it. Make sure you save changes. When you're done, you save changes. Go to JKSV, saves, Animal Crossing New Leaf, whatever file, and then delete the Garden Plus DAT. Go into your downloads and get the new Garden Plus DAT that you just edited, and put it on your desktop, or just if you want to, if you not as lazy as I am, just put it, like hold it, and it'll take you into that folders, into all those folders, and just put it exactly where the old one was, and then you eject and you're ready to go. And you're ready to put it in your DS again. So now that it's in, I'm launching Homebrew again very quickly, just to show you guys that how to actually get the data that you just made onto the game. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go into JKSM and Animal Crossing, and just press A, take you there, and then you go to save data, and then you go to your file that you have, and you press Y, not A. Do not press A, press Y, and then press A. And it'll say it won't work, but then when you keep pressing A, it does work. Like, you don't repetitively press it, but you press it when you're told. And then, yeah, and you just go back, and that means now that you have your game has been hacked, and you can have whatever you want. Well done, everybody.